Hey there, Sagittarius, Sun, Sagittarius, Moon, Sagittarius, Rising. It's Maggie from Moondirected. Welcome to my channel, where we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. I'm a little bit laughing because I was trying to get into your energy, and you are not the only sign. There have been several signs today that have gotten the physical health card, which I have to cover up because of YouTube regulations. So I'm laughing. I'm like, why did I even take it off? Okay, so physical health, it doesn't surprise me it's coming up so much because Virgo season is all about, have you been to the doctor lately? Are you getting your dental checkups? You know, are you doing that work-life balance? Are you getting enough rest? Are you keeping everything smooth and running and starting a new physical routine, a physical activity routine? And so there you go. I'm not surprised to see that. What also came up, though, also doesn't surprise me because this is very Sagittarius. We have 3 cards that showed up for the third eye. For the third eye, about meditating, about getting information and following your intuition. So we have seen. It says perspective, truth, knowledge, and clarity. So this is seeking that guidance from spirit on by visualization, imagination, focus, experience, manifestation, and intuition, trust, sight, awareness, and guidance. So if you do not have a meditation practice, this would be part of that work-life balance, making time for it. I highly recommend Spirit is trying to talk to you. Spirit wants to talk to you. Ring, ring, pick up the phone, right? So make a special time, even if you don't meditate on a regular basis or you aren't sure you know how to meditate, or if like me, you have a monkey brain, and seriously, I don't seem to like be able to sit in meditation for very long. I generally end up drifting off to sleep, but I pay attention to my dreams. And then I write it down when I wake up. So if I start by meditating, a lot of times I get visions in my dreams. And so that's what I end up using a lot of. But doing it at a regular time, big difference. So you can only do 30 seconds before your mind starts wandering off. It doesn't matter. You show up at the same time. So first thing when you get up in the morning, or if you do it in the evening when you get home, or right before you go to bed, whatever works for you, find a regular time that Spirit expects you to show up, and you will find that you are able to start doing it longer. It's a practice. They call it a meditation practice for a reason, because you have to practice. You have to do it the routine, and it really does help. So I do want to thank you for your likes, shares, your comments, for helping me grow my channel. I really, really appreciate it. I want to remind you to always check out your sun, your moon, your rising. You never know which one is going to have the messages for you. Sometimes it's the sun sign, which is the core of you. It's your value system. Sometimes it's your rising sign. That's your personality. It's where you interact with the world. And then there's the moon sign, which is how you're going to react and respond to the stimulus from, you know, how other people are acting, or the planets, or just whatever. So it's your emotional reaction. All right, so let's see what else Spirit wants to talk about. And again, we have the balance card coming up. We have the 2 of Pentacles. Wow, lighting is a challenge here. I'm in a new place. Okay, 2 of Pentacles. Here we go. 2 of Pentacles, keeping everything in balance. You know, he's very busy. Everybody wants their time and attention. It is very much that Virgo energy of trying to keep things in balance while you have a book. You have a book. All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera down so that maybe I can cut some of that light and we can have a better view of this. So we have, let's deal with this one first. Follow your intuition, because we have the 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords is about, it is an Aquarius card, which, the third eye chakra, that's an Aquarius kind of thing too. And so it is about paying attention to the details. Is someone trying to get away with something on you? Are you trying to get away with something? So seeing it in your integrity and also being aware of what other people are doing seems to me like that's going to be a very important factor. We have the Lover's card. This is about making a choice that will affect people that you care about. It's not just about you. And so, yes, it could be picking one person over another. It could be having chosen someone every day for years and years. You've been married forever, and I'm choosing you every day. That's that dog of loyalty. It's a choice. And for you, Sagittarius, we start out in your 11th house, but we walk right on through your partnerships. Well, right up to the door partnerships. We have fun and romance. And so it could be that it has to do with choosing a group or something over another group. because it affects your relationship. But here we go. Lots of action happening. We have the Ace of Wands, which is that blank canvas. So you can create what you want. And the Eight of Wands, which is lots of action, lots of things to do, lots of places to go. Either you're on the move or you're receiving a lot of information, or it's just busy, 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 busy. But you're creating something. It's a very creative time frame for you. So listen to your intuition and guidance. Pay attention to the details. This Virgo is all about paying attention to the details. Watch out for the sneaky people. Looks like there could be a sneaky people situation going on. So pay attention to that. And let's go ahead and see what else we get here. So when we walk into the beginning of these 2 weeks, the moon will be in Libra. And Libra is, of course, all about finding balance and partnerships. So it could be a romantic partnership, or it could be an actual business situation, because that is happening in your 11th house of groups. And so it could be a work situation. But the key here is remembering that the seeds of intention that you planted with Virgo will go out for 6 to 18 months. And so it's about being patient and not expecting that what you wanted to have happen is going to happen right now, because it takes 6 to 18 months to bring that stuff to fruit. And the fact that Virgo season is, the new moon in Virgo is ruled by Demeter, and Demeter has to wait 6 months out of every year for her daughter to return from Hades, right? And so there is definitely a period of waiting, and so it requires adaptability. You're going to need to be willing to be flexible and adapt and change. Virgo is a mutable sign. It's about changing. And so in order to move forward with an idea that you have, a partnership, a thing that you have, you're going to have to be willing to be adaptable. We have planting seeds. Yep, seeds of grace are being planted on the fertile soil of my soul. So it's a seed planting time. It's not a harvest time, and this is not going to harvest out in the next 30 days. And depending on what it is, it could harvest in the spring during Pisces season when we get a full moon in Virgo, but more than likely it'll be a year and a half from now. So don't be, what's the word I want? Don't be anxious about that. Just concentrate on doing the steps. Now we have choice come up, which is very interesting because of that Lover's card coming up, and the choices happen in the sign of Scorpio here when the moon moves into Scorpio, and it's desire and it's motivation. But you also have the opportunity to either choose to persuade someone to your way of thinking to help you to join in or move a project in a direction, or to manipulate them. And so because it's in Scorpio, the moon's in Scorpio, I think people are going to be tending toward the manipulation, and I would love to tell you to please stand in your integrity at all times. And we have empathy. There is more beneath the surface, so just remember that when you're making choices and decisions and you're leading and you're guiding, that you need to be aware of a lot of things, because we have this manipulative Seven of Swords here and about choices. So have empathy for yourself, have empathy for others, pay attention. What are you thinking? What are you feeling? You know, it might really matter, but stay optimistic. After each rainstorm, there will be clear skies. And so a difficult time, I think. But during this time, the choice is about what are you removing from your life? Where are you clearing the space so that you can have the blank canvas, so that you can move forward, right? And so if you don't set down some of the stuff you're carrying, you might fall. And so making a choice, deciding, I can do this, but maybe not all of that. And so making those kinds of choices that will benefit you and your loved ones in the long run. And I think on Thursday, when that moon moves into Sagittarius, that is the sign of you. This individuality card comes up there. And so, yes, being yourself, being an individual, and not necessarily relying on other people, but there is also a need for partnership, right? So it's kind of like picking and choosing where you go, what do you do, how do you do this, but there's this bittersweetness. This is the ending of one thing in order to bring in something new. Setting down that plate so that, you can focus on the other one. And you have nature. Ground yourself. Find a sanctuary in nature. Connect with the elements. All right. All right. So, all right. You're a fire sign. And action is an easy way to meditate. So going for a walk in nature and allowing the free flow of the information to come to you is one way to also spend time in conversation with spirit. But also grounding yourself is, it's like making a practical plan. Like you can have all these ideas, but you need a practical plan in order to create it. And especially because when the moon moves into Capricorn, that's about ambition and overcoming obstacles. And so I feel like this grounding is almost more of you need an actual plan. It's in Virgo season. You need a plan. Like you have a blank canvas. What is the first stroke you're going to put of paint on there? What color are you going to choose? Or you need a plan. And so I really want to encourage you to ground yourself down into the details. Don't be so running ahead and not taking time to plan it out. And the Seven of Swords energy is also about planning, like making steps to protect yourself and make sure you're looking out for number one. And so, but it takes planning to do that. There's the choices of leaving some things behind, taking some things with. It's kind of that energy. And that moon moves into Capricorn on Saturday. It's going to be kind of tense with the moon being in a square to a sun. That's a very uncomfortable aspect, but you're going to feel a real sense of responsibility toward this idea, toward these seeds that you're planting, toward what do you need to release in order to move it forward. And it's going to be careful that this Eight of Wands doesn't become the Nine of Wands. Like, I know you're going to take it seriously. You're feeling very ambitious, but what an interesting combination of cards. You have One Ring Circus. That's a single card. And you have the Dragon's Lair, which things are not really moving, but you're protected. See how that's all covered in ice and snow? But you are protected while you're there. I'm actually going to go to the book on these two because together I'm trying to see what they mean. And I think maybe if I read it real quick, I'll have an idea. So, you are capable and competent is the One Ring Circus. That's lovely. You are capable and competent. So you are feeling very ambitious and you are capable and competent and you are always protected and divinely guided. Okay, so Spirit's got your back. That's beautiful. Just pay attention to the details. If you are a night owl, you may find that Sunday night it's really hard to sleep and you're feeling very productive and you're getting a lot of things done. And then come Monday, you're like, oh, I feel so sluggish. And you're going to be like, I shouldn't have stayed up late last night. But I actually think everybody's going to be a little bit sluggish, a little bit airheaded come Monday morning the 9th, because it's not because the moon is in Aries so much as it's kind of some of the other stuff that's going on around it, but there's the voided course moon, and I think it's more like all these really great ideas are in your head. They're coming one right after the other, and I think you're so much up in your head that it's going to be hard to be productive in the physical plane. It's like headspace work. So definitely be paying attention to details on that day so that you don't make a misstep. And your guidance for that is sensuality. Express your sensuality. Interesting. Out of nowhere. Okay, so when I see this is a very creative project that's starting. Express your sensuality is happening in your third house of communication. So this could be like writing a love letter, right? It looks like putting pen to paper right there, doesn't it? It could be communicating how you feel about somebody, what you care about them. Sensuality, though, involves all the senses: taste, smell, third eye. Your third eye. So it isn't just like really delve into all the senses, and so it's kind of like living life to the fullest, like enjoying all the parts of it. And then we have the moon, the full moon that's happening for most of the world. For most of the world, this moon is happening on Friday, but in the United States, it's on Saturday. And so it's kind of It's at 12:33 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and it's about that pause, that waiting, this waiting for something to happen, because not only did we have Dimitri at the beginning, but this moon at 21 degrees and 6 minutes of Virgo is about her daughter Persephone. It's the sleeper, it's the pause, it's the waiting, it's that time where you really want something to happen, but it's just not happening yet. And yet the moon in Pisces in general is about courage and healing and knowledge. What is the next best step that you can take? And positive affirmations, positive steps forward. So it may seem like nothing's really happening. Make the effort anyway. Take positive steps forward. You are competent, right? You are capable. You can do this. So let's get a little bit of guidance on this. Let's get a little bit of guidance on this from the Moonology cards. The other thing that when that moon is in that position, you need to be careful about over-romanticizing a partner, over-idealizing a partner. You know, we're all human. So don't forget that your partner is human too. So yes, your dreams need a practical plan. Your dreams need a practical plan. This grounding card here, that's what that's about. This is about you've got this dream, these goals, these wishes, but they have to have a plan. So you need to make a plan. And you also have a new start is coming. You have a new start coming. So it's the ending of a cycle, setting you up for the beginning of the cycle. In order to do that, you're going to have to release some things and let some things go to make space. But mostly you need a plan. And then when that moon moves into Aries on Saturday, it's about confidence. It's like confidence in yourself, confidence moving forward, confidence in your fun and romance sector, right? That full moon's happening in their sector of your home. So it's the ending of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle with something regarding to your home. And then confidence moving forward on putting it together. And you have the golden orange dragon, which expands your light for ascension. And the air dragon helps you rise above earthly matters. Both of these are really talking about this intuition stuff here. Like really focusing in on spending time in meditation, getting in touch with spirit, allowing the help for that, and being confident that you're going to figure things out because the information that you need will come to you. You are protected during this time. You are capable. You are competent. You're planting the seeds. There's good reason to be optimistic. But don't forget, when I look at this, I can see that some people, not all people, are going through an ending of a cycle. Or, now, ending of a cycle doesn't mean that you're breaking up necessarily, but having empathy for your partner and what they're going through at this particular time seems very important. So, showing empathy, but still feeling optimistic about the future is important. You have blue lace agate, which keeps showing up, and so does carnelian. So you may have picked these up in your other signs, your sun, your moon, your rising, because these guys have come up a lot. Carnelian says, creative energy flows through me in a myriad of ways. I courageously bring my ideas into reality. That's that practical plan. That's that Ace of Wands energy. And you have, it is easy for me to express myself. I am understood. I hear what others are communicating. I think this is more about your intuition. Yes, listen to the people, but what I see in here with all of these cards here for your intuition, right? I think if you're trying to get information from spirit, showing up, and allowing the air dragon to come in and help you to download this information, I think you will be surprised by what you get. So keep a journal, write it down. It's really good to do that and kind of follow yourself along there. But this looks really interesting and looks really good. All right, Sagittarius, we will talk soon. Make sure you hit the notification bell if you want to know when I upload videos. And take care of yourself, and I'll be back for the full moon. If not, I'll see you in 2 weeks.